The next recurring species we meet on Farscape are the Nebari. We get a good sense of the kind of beings they are in the first few seconds.
He was fortunate. We saved him. I am Salis. My people are the Nebari.
Salas is calm in a very creepy sort of way. He acts as though he represents all Nebaris, and he no doubt does.
No danger! He tortured me!
That behavior will not recur. He is now incapable of evil.
If this is Durker, how can we be certain that he no longer poses any threat?
Because we spent over 100 cycles making sure.
The Nebari are obviously a very patient and controlling people. I mentioned in an earlier video how almost all of the cultures we meet in Farscape, the original series, are authoritarian. The Nebari may be the worst. Yes, a totalitarian state even worse than the Peacekeepers and the Scarans. Salas tells us about one of their authoritarian practices.
The Nebari practice mind control?
We simply eliminated those thought patterns that led him to behave inappropriately.
Eliminated?
A process of neural realignment so intricate that each subject must be placed under cryonic suspension for nearly 100 cycles.
That's quite an extreme and time-intensive form of social control. Chiana explains.
So, you're about to tell me why Salas and Durker went so much trouble to bring you back?
Because I left the half-dead sanctimoniousness of my planet the first chance I got.
Then help me understand the collar and the cuffs.
Among my people, you conform. You don't do the things I did.
What will they do with you now?
Same thing as Durka. Mental cleansing into an obedient zombie.
They do that to their own kind.
God. They do that to anybody they please.
The dystopian nature of Nebari society is their distinguishing feature. We don't learn much about their physiology. Yes, Nebari are gray, though Salas is more blue for some reason, and those are all the Nebari we have met so far when you include Neri, who we see only in a flashback and a hologram. Nebari bleed blue, have great eyesight and sensitive hearing, and are immune to dermophilica, unlike poor Rigel. The Nebari, other than Chiana, of course, appear in only 2 episodes, Durka Returns and A Clockwork Nebari. That second appearance tells us more about their totalitarian and, to be blunt, evil leadership, the establishment.
The establishment has sent out many messengers like you and Neri, spreading the contagion for nearly 20 cycles.
The Nebari are apparently not satisfied with controlling their own people. They have a strong antagonism toward other species, and they have a plan, as explained by equally calm but in a creepier sort of way, Varla.
The contagion spreads quickly. It shows no outward symptoms. It merely waits.
Waits for what?
A specific time, Chiana. Ordained by the establishment.
We don't expect it to have infected entire civilizations. Only enough to throw those worlds into chaos, so that when our emissaries arrive, they'll be met by minimal resistance.
Pure, cold, evil. Concentrate power in the hands of the few and silence everyone else. Chiana was used by the establishment to spread the contagion, which explains much of her paranoia and anger.
Your own people infected you with some kind of disease.
Neri. Me. Hundreds like us. Maybe thousands. In the routine physical examination they so generously gave us.
My people have initiated the most ambitious plan to eliminate violent and aggressive behavior. And that girl threatens everything.
The contagion will take control of everybody it's infected. All on the same day.
Hopefully not too long from now.
So, the Nebari establishment, because of some frelled-up Calvinist obsession with stamping out violent emotions across the galaxy, unleashed a contagion to take over the galaxy, which seems like an awful lot of violent emotions. It's a diabolical plan, and an interesting choice given that the Nebari also have powerful weaponry.
You defeated a Peacekeeper command carrier. How many warships did it take?
We have no warships. One of our standard host vessels engaged this Albinian.
So, the Nebari have the military capability to conquer, and the desire to do so. They spread the contagion and are simply...
Waits for what?
A specific time, Gianna.
Regardless of what the establishment is up to, we hear nothing more about them after A Clockwork Nebari. The grand story arc was shifting over to the story of Dargo's son Jothi and the emergence of Harvey within Crichton, and the Nebari are forgotten. There is only one brief mention in the comics that their leadership is the Nebari Triad, but otherwise no Nebari other than Archiana, though that's a whole other story I cover in another video. There is an episode in the comics in which a contagion is released, but it is not the Nebari one. So that contagion is still out there, and if the Nebari establishment is still out there, it's ready to be unleashed when the time is right.